Well, there's only limited what you can do with the iPhone. Well, if coding wise anyway, you can just check in, do functions like clear codes and do a few service things. But so I just went and bought a burner. So that's just an Android burner phone. Cost me like 50 bucks. So that is all up and running. I got my app installed on there. And yeah, with the app installed, you can just quickly go and check the, you can go there, functions, and plug in our diag. Now I just put it on a battery charger because it's going to probably chew it down a bit. And then on here, I'll put the link in the description for all this. This is the current version, it's version 2. I thought we had a version 3 as well, but a version of a lot of the coding stuff all laid out and how to. So that's pretty neat. And we're going to get to have a look and see if we can code anything in the car. All right, we'll do some coding, just some easy ones, I think, to start off with. All right, we're up here. I've got my computer. There's a whole list of stuff there. I'll put links to this. This is in the Renlist forum. You see all sorts of stuff about that. So we'll grab the key. Now I've got the car on a trickle charger because this might chew up some battery. It has done in my other cars when I've done this. It just uses a lot of battery for some reason. Okay, we are plugged in over there. We'll put it to accessory. Make sure we don't have any music on. Auto headlights are off, and the heat, that's off. Okay. We'll go into the all system diagnostics. Let me see this. It's going to scan the VIN. Excuse me while I cover my VIN. Yeah, so we'll just scan away. There we go. Things are beeping over there. Flashing connection. We've done all the there was a bunch of updates to do on this. We did all that. We downloaded the Porsche software. Okay, so we are in system info. Okay, there we go. We're all connected. Hopefully you can see. Can we see this? There we go. That's better. All right, now we want to coding. Look at that. See, on the iPhone, it didn't have this. Online coding, what do we have? Instrument cluster. All right, bunch of stuff. TV tuner. Apparently you can get video in motion. Okay, let's have a little look and see what we want to code. Okay, easy one, I think, will be the one-touch blinkers. So when you touch it, it actually flashes 3 times, but I'd like to get that a bit higher because, you know, I don't want, you know, when I do it, it's yeah, a bit annoying because I want it to flash more. So it's in the front end electronics. Let's find that. You can search it at the top anyway. Front end electronics. Here we go. And we got to back up all coding. Let's back up all coding. Front end electronics. There we go. Exterior lighting parameter. And we go to one-touch flashing cycles. Where is this? It might be in, let's try 0. Touch. Here it is, here. One-touch flashing cycles, coding. Now, it was 3. We're going to set that to 5. Okay. Write code. Coding success. Hey, let's test it, shall we? So we're going to come in. We're going to touch the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. There we go. That's one touch coating done for that. So we got a few more to do. I'll do them in a few other little videos, like I said. So we'll do a couple more performance ones and a few more basic ones. But it's not hard. You see how easy that is there. We'll say, look, I got a bit of a list, and yeah, we'll get started. We're coating a few more things in here today. Now this one, we're going to cover a few of the gear shifting. So neutral display. So on the dash, it'll actually say N when it's in neutral. And the upshift arrow, I'm going to be getting rid of that because it kind of drives me nuts. So let's have a look and see how we do these two that we want to get here. So add neutral display. Okay. You go to instrument cluster. All right, let's find that. Instrument cluster. Now we're going to go to the brush hood modified. You can search for coding items here. Let's find further coatings. Here we have the threshold for switching stuff off. Okay, but we are looking for further coating, byte 20, and display activated. Gear lever position activated. Here it is. And so right now, come on. There we go. Yes. Coding successful. Now I always like to check things, see how we go here. So we'll hop in. Yes, we now have neutral. I want to do the activate the wiper teardrop function. So I'll get to doing that with front end electronics. Front end electronics, there we go. And we'll go into the code. There we go. And then we need to find the teardrop function. WSS coding, there we go. Teardrop function. Teardrop function, active coding no, so we're going to change that to yes. And write code. There we go. So, all right, one of the main ones I got this for is for the rain sensing wiper. So let's have a look at that. We go into front end electronics. There we go. And we go to code brush hiding, and we go to, where is it, rule coding, and we go to front end electronics coding value equipment rain sensor. Coding value. Oh, here we go. Which one is it under? Okay, rain sensor equipment is yes. Okay, so yes, we have that on there, rain sensor equipment, and then we go front end electronics. Where is it? RSL coding. Definitely don't want to move around any of these things. Coding, rain, light, active, no. There we go. Rain sensor inactive is yes. We need to make rain sensor inactive is no. So look at that, make sure it's done. There we go. So now we've got, should have rain sensing wipers. So you put them into, the mode's down now. One of the things on the stock is the one. Okay, it's kind of in the intermittent, I think it is. And we'll put our hand. Oh yeah. We now have rain sensing wipers. About time you get it on a car this expensive. Okay, let's do the window open close on the fob. Let's try this. So we're gonna go to the front end electronics. Some of these have it listed a little bit differently, so front end electronics. Code, brush, hiding. Rule coding. It's down here, coding value 2, and then you've got all the comfort values. So you got comfort functions. Where are we here? Where'd they go? There we go, comfort value. Okay, now we're looking for the window comfort opening. General rear lid. Window comfort opening. Oh, that's on yes already. Okay. And window, where is it? Window comfort closing is on yes. So I've already got that set up here, but that's where it is in here. So you can see where it is. And that's to unlock the windows just with the fob. Show you what that looks like. So we hit the unlock, just hold down the button. And then, so if you're walking towards your hot car in summer, it's great because you can let it start cooling down beforehand. Okay, here's one I wanted to try. Mirror dip when reversing, something that all my other cars have, and it's great because you can see the curbs that are down low. So let's find that. Okay, we need to get out of here. And we need to go into instrument cluster. Lots of stuff in the instrument cluster. Instrument cluster, okay, there we go. Board computer menu configurator. Configuration. Well, let's have a look into brush coding. Let's see if it's here. Here we go. Configurator. Computer menu configuration, byte 3. Key 3. There's 2. Oh, well, let's see if it's in here. Key 3. Oh, here we go. Yep, key 3. Okay, so there's a lot in here. We'll have to go through all these and find it because it's on the menu configuration byte 3. Okay, easiest way to do it, to find it, was go for search coding items up here. And then we just go lower mirror. There we go. So I had a space at the end of mirror, so it wouldn't come up. Okay, so there's a whole bunch here that say different ones, but it's all different bytes. So the first one we want on those lists here for instructions says byte 3. Byte 3, lower mirror, that's the bottom one here. Open that up. So current value, default value is 0. We want to make that 1. 1. Write code. Success. All right, we're going to go back to the other one here. The next one is instrument board cluster display, BC configuration, reversing options, lower mirror. This is byte 8 now. Lower mirror to open. Default was shut down. Configuration key 1, byte 8. That's the top one here. Okay, that's open. I think that's the right one. Configuration key 1, BC, configuration byte 8, reversing option, lower mirror, open, default is shut down. So we need to open, and we've done that. It's already open. Cool. Next one, key 2 should be on open. That's open. Yep, so that's good. Instrument board display configuration, byte 8. Where is this one? Reversing byte 8. Open. Yep. Okay. So that's all done. Now we need the coding, exterior driver's door coding. So we need to go into the driver's door section here. Driver's seat, driver's door. Okay, exterior we'll go coding, yeah. And we'll go hidden. Let's search for code items. Let's search mirror. Okay. Mirror lowering reverse gear. We probably should search that. There we go. So we need to make this active. Write the code. Okay, and now we'll go to the other door, passenger door, coding, and we'll search that same thing, mirror lowering here, search. Get rid of that space on the back. There we go, not active, we want to make it active, and write code. Okay, let's test that one. Okay, let's test the mirror dip. Let's see If we go in reverse, he's probably gonna be started, isn't it? Okay, start it up. And we're gonna put it in reverse. And if we select no, that one doesn't work. I think I remember my Audi had to be something like that. One of them had to be on. Oh yeah, there we go. It just dipped. Yep. Perfect. Okay, so it just dipped. Cool. There we go. So you got to have it in the switch that you want on, and then it dips. There we go. It works. Not a huge dip, but it went down. Okay, the final one I'm going to do here for this more basic setup is the upshift arrow. So that happens, the little gear selector thing, to get it more efficient. It tells you to shift gears, but it tells you to shift gears at like almost like 1500 RPM. It's just annoying. So let's get rid of that. So we're going to go to into the systems, and we're going to go into the instrument cluster again. So apparently you got two things. In some cars, you got to do it for all the, you got to do it for the different keys. So this is maybe more for 718, I'm not sure, but let's just give it a go here. Okay, instrument cluster, board computer configuration. Let's go here. And we'll find it. Board computer display configuration key 1. I think that's the one. And then we need to go into one of these. So let's have a look and see if it's here. Eco upshift is the one we're looking for. Oh, there's a lot of stuff here. Let's search it. Search Eco upshift. Oop, didn't spell right. Okay, there we go. We got a few. So we need the key 1 BC configuration byte 4 eco upshift display. That's the first one. And we need to make that shut down. Okay. And then now we need the other one here, and system instrument, same. Key 2. Key 2, that's the second one. BC configuration, byte 4, eco upshift display. And that's open, and we need to have it on shutdown. There we go. So we'll test that tomorrow. We'll go for a drive and see how that looks. And yeah, should be great. So that's a few improvements. Anyway, I'll do a couple bit more performance stuff, like doing the tire pressure monitors and a few other things like that in another video. But that's one to get you started and get you some basics and some cool little things you can adjust on here. So anyway, this is a 718 coding thing in particular. Got a good list of stuff that's here. This is like 10 pages, the one, or 20 pages. The one on Renlist is massive. It's 101 pages, so there's lots of information to get you coding. All right, okay, next morning, going for a quick drive. Let's have a look. Ooh, and the mirror dips. Okay, we had neutral in there, but now of course I'm reversing. And the mirror dip is good. I can see the post of the retaining wall much better, which was the issue. And the gear shift indicator is not an issue. That's there. You got to be moving for it to work. I always thought it was on, but oh well. It's no. There we go. So now we have neutral. We've got that. Good little upshift arrows there. That's what I'll take out next with some other tuning. But yeah, that's great. We got that. Got it sorted. So this is the problem with the upshift arrow. Look, I'm doing like 1500 RPM, and this little arrow telling me to shift up. I'm in third gear, doing nothing. So yeah, let's get rid of that upshift arrow.